Right, okay. Head movement really is about your focus. Yeah? Okay. Now, very often when people do Tai Chi, they go all over the place, especially the eyes wander around, and very often like up and down, they don't really know where they're going. So really, most of the time, there's one very simple norm, which is when it comes to the end, what we call the point of strike, you must look where you strike, and you must strike where you look. Okay? But in between, sometimes you may have to sort of move your head slightly wide to make it a little bit more relaxing. Because if you keep going one place, it becomes very rigid. Okay? And also because it is an exercise where sometimes you move a little bit, you change your focus to make the form feels a lot more flowing and graceful. Okay? Now, with the 8th step, a lot of movements are actually in the 16th step. So therefore, whatever applies in the 8th step should apply more or less in the 16th step. Okay? Now, the first one, with the opening stance, really, all you focus is level. And the level, which means that you're looking not at the wall or the person in front of you. You should be looking right through into the horizon, as if there is an horizon. Now, that horizon is not level with your eyes. The horizon is go all the way far and slowly deep down. Yeah, so that means you look down very, very far away at the corner, down at the bottom. Okay, why don't we look straight ahead? Because sometimes when you look straight ahead, you don't realize you're actually looking up. Yeah, so when in that case, we try to look forward, far, 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 and starting to deep. Okay, to begin with. Number 2. 1, you're looking there. 2, 3. So the first one, opening stance. Your focus is horizon. 2, when you raise your arm and hold the ball, you actually either look at the hand or through the direction of your hand. And then as you turn, look where you strike where you look. Okay, so this is how you actually look. You don't really turn your head that much. Okay, it's just the waist that brings you with it. Okay, so number 1, opening stance, ahead. Number 2, hands. Look where you strike where you look. Same as the other one. Hands. Look where you strike where you look. Hands. Hands. Strike and look the same direction. 搂膝腰部, look. Hands. Look where you strike where you look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now waving 单边. 1, remember I say when we wave hands, try to follow the top hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look where you strike where you look. Then waving hands, top hands, top hands, top hand, top hand, top hand, top hand. Why do we look at the top hand? Because that's where this opponent is. You block away his attack. Okay? You block and lead him to the side with the lower hand. But you don't need to look at the lower hand, you look at your opponent. Okay, so when we wave hands, no good. This, here, here, here. Okay, so top hand, land chair way, hand. Look where you strike. Strike where you look. Reach out, still looking. Sit back and swing. Then quickly come back and look where you strike. Strike where you look. Open, roll. Now this time you can go down, look down slightly, but quickly look ahead and push. Look ahead. Don't. No. Look dizzy. Your eyes normally scan horizontally. The only time where you look down is when you're actually striking downwards. Okay, so no good. No. Good. Good. Still go back to the horizon. Okay, so this is how you actually look with body. Now you can say the little norms are, the most important thing is the end of a posture. Normally they are an attack. So you look where you strike before you can strike where you look. So find your target, then strike it. Okay? But in between, second norm is don't wander your eyes. Your eyes only scan across horizontally. Never look down or up unless you're aiming downwards. In the 88, 24, even a bit later, you will have needle at the bottom of the C. That you can look diagonally downward. But diagonally downward doesn't mean that you look down. It is down like this. So from here, 1, 2, from here, 3, down. This. No. The body still reasonably straight. And then straight away back to the front. Okay, so this is the second norm. Number 1 is look where you strike, strike where you look. Okay, so find the target first before you complete your posture. Number 1. Number 2 is always scan across rather than up and down. Okay, so you have to learn. This is a learning process where your eyes you have to control your eyes, where you only scan across. Because it's natural without us noticing sometimes that your eyes do wander. Like me. When I talk, I mean now it's not too bad, but before, when I talk, I don't look at people. My eyes goes all over the place. I don't know whether I still do it now or not. But when I talk to people, especially socially, my eyes tend to wander. Now, wander is a sign of consideration. That means you're looking for something to talk about, looking for something to say. But that means when you do Tai Chi, you haven't got a focus. Yeah, you're looking up and down. That means that you're still thinking about the posture rather than the application. Okay, so therefore we have to work backwards to keep my eyes still so that we can focus on thinking about what the application is. Okay, so that makes a lot of difference how you actually use your eyes. Okay, now some postures, this really is just to make it feel and look a little bit more relaxed rather than always to the front. Okay, but the key is at the end. Or you can look to the side, But at the end, you must come back and find the target where you strike, and you strike where you look. Okay? Look. But remember, that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is here. Then strike. Okay? And also you'll find by gently moving your focus with the movement, it gives you better balance. Yeah? If you're holding still, your balance is not as good because you're not really with the movement. So sometimes there are different schools of thought about whether you should look away from the target. Yeah? But as an exercise, it gives us a better balance when we actually follow the movement of the hands, as long as we scan across. Don't follow it go up and down, because if you follow it, it will distract your balance instead of helping. Okay? So no good. Gets a bit dizzy. Okay? Good. What? What? Yeah? No good. What? What? No good. Okay? So it is important, these things, how you actually focus your movement. 16 step, so far, most postures are the same. 搬懒腿 really is no different. 搬 1, across with the body to help you balance. 2, either look or look. Then look where you strike. Strike where you look. 1, you can slightly away, but quickly look where you strike. Strike where you look. See? So that make the movement a little bit more flowing, and at the same time helps you balance. You can do this if you can balance, that's not wrong. Yeah, but it becomes much flowing if you, but quickly come back to the point of look for your target and strike that target. Okay, but before that, you must look the target first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you just need to remember those 2 points. Really, the most important point is number 1, look where you strike. Strike where you look. You should get to such a point, when you turn to look at somebody, that somebody looks scared, will be scared. Yeah? So that's why when you practice Tai Chi, that makes a lot of difference when people sitting here, especially a crowd of people who doesn't know what you're doing. Every move you do looks like you're dancing, but suddenly you turn and look at them, they can feel that threat, although you're not really like this. But when you turn, although you may not be looking at them, but you're looking at that direction, they can feel that energy coming through. It's because you're looking for a target. And then when you attack that target, that person sitting in front, they will feel that you're attacking them, even without you touching them. And that's the effect we want to achieve when we do the movement. Yeah? So no good. No. You want to feel you can feel that energy coming through to you and the strength of it. Okay? And that also help you stop from looking up and down too, because you have a target. Then you shouldn't really. So in your mind, you must try to see from here, you can feel the target there. So when you look straight away, you can pinpoint it and then push. Okay? Rather than wandering eyes.